today's video, we are going to be doing the review on the Timney Impact AR trigger. Now, I want to give you guys a quick backstory of why we're doing a review on this Impact AR trigger. A while back, I did a review on the PSA JAKL. In fact, I did quite a few videos on the JAKL. Now, I hated the trigger that came with that gun from Palmetto State. So we took that trigger out and I robbed my AIM Surplus stat trigger from another lower I had and put it in the JAKL because I didn't want to buy a trigger for it until I made sure that a drop-in trigger was going to work with it. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not taking that AIM Surplus stat trigger out of the JAKL because I don't like it. It's a great trigger. And you're probably saying, well, why didn't you just buy another one of those to put back in the lower that you took it out of? Well, I've already done a review on the AIM Surplus trigger, and even though it's a great trigger, I have never done a review on the Impact AR trigger from Timney. And the other reason that I need that AIM Surplus trigger back in the lower that it came out of is because that is the lower that I use for my rimfire uppers, and the AIM Surplus drop-in trigger is one of the few triggers that works 100% with the Bear Creek rimfire uppers. All right, let's get this out of the package and see what all comes in here. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the trigger. So here on the back, we have a pamphlet. Very cool. We got some Timney Triggers stickers. And we've got a QR code to scan. That's everything. And then we have our instruction sheet. These are very simple to put in, but this comes with a very nice colored instruction sheet. And then we have this packaging. Crack that open. We've got our trigger and we've got an Allen wrench. Now, I know that a lot of triggers don't come with them, but one thing I'm a little disappointed in with this, I'd like to see anti-walk pins with all these drop-in triggers, but that's not the case with quite a few of them. Now, if you're asking yourself what the Allen wrench is for, let me push this forward. If you look right here, there are two holes on each side, and there are actually two Allen screws. And once you get this set in, put your pins in, you tighten up the Allen screws with the provided wrench, and that will lock your trigger down and should help keep your pins from backing out. Now, this trigger is a single stage trigger, and it has a pull weight of somewhere between 3 to 4 pounds. It is non-adjustable. Once we get this put in the JAKL, we will be doing a trigger pull test on it. Now, this obviously is the straight one. You can get it in a curved trigger, and it does come with Timney's lifetime warranty. Now, I can't show you installing this here on YouTube. I'm going to go get this installed in the JAKL, bring it back. We'll talk about it a little bit. We'll see where it breaks. We'll look at the reset, and we'll check the trigger pull, and then we'll get this thing out to the range and test it out. All right, we've got the Timney Impact trigger installed in the JAKL, and function-wise, it seems to be just fine. Now, I did not use anti-walk pins. I thought I had an extra set, but I didn't. So we're going to try it without them. If we have issues, then we'll get a set and put them in. But we're going to go ahead and just try it without them. Now, I've got the Wheeler trigger pull scale. And yes, this gun's clear. You're just going to have to take my word for it because I'm not going to turn it around and show it to you. But let's see what kind of pull we're getting here. All right, we broke right at about 3 3/4 pounds. That's pretty good. Let's do one more just to confirm. Yeah, right at 3 3/4 pounds. That is good enough for me. All right, now I'm going to show you the trigger. This gun is clear. There is no take up. As soon as I pull on this, it's going to break. Really nice, clean break. Show you the reset here. Super short, real audible, tactile, nice clean break. Well, so far I'm really happy with the trigger pull weight, really happy with the break and the reset. Let's head out to the range, test this thing out, and have some fun. Alright, we're back in the studio, and so far I am super impressed with this trigger. We've had zero issues, zero malfunctions so far, and the trigger just feels really good in this JAKL. Alright, this time we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to head back out to the range. This time we're going to head over to the rifle range, and we're going to shoot steel plates out at 100 yards. We're going to be shooting from this Codwell precision turret rest, and we're also going to be shooting standing up from my Sunway Photo tripods, and we'll see how the trigger does shooting from a rest and shooting from the tripods. Alright, my final thoughts on the Timney Impact trigger. I don't have anything bad to say about it. Trigger works great, does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's got a really nice crisp 3 3/4 pound trigger pull. I'm a big fan of flat face AR triggers, and we had zero malfunctions in the 2 days of testing out this trigger. Now I racked up quite a few rounds on this trigger, 400 rounds to be exact. Now the reason we shot 400 rounds through the JAKL was not only were we doing the review on this trigger, we were also filming for the review on the Meprolite MCO Pro. There will be a video coming out on this. And we were also testing out the Dye Free Company Kung Fu grips on the JAKL. One other thing that I'm really happy to report on is the fact that the pins did not walk out after 400 rounds. So I see no reason to put anti-walk pins in the JAKL. So with that being said, I do highly recommend the Timney Impact trigger. It's pretty affordable. And speaking of affordability, I did buy this trigger with my own money. Timney did not send this out to the channel for me to review. And the damn thing just works. And it works really good. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.